Mary Stewart, and pledge allegiance to myself.
Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the very many blessings you've given us. We ask now that you watch over all the people of this nation. Please, Father, watch over the people that in need and touch everyone to help those in need. Please thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for us. It's in his name we ask these things. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is to discuss ordinance 610, amending ordinance 492 with respect to personnel rules and regulations. Aaron? You can, I think we can hear you.
Over the last, I think since about, well, I know since 2014, department heads have met with the mayor and discussed updating our handbook, and we've recently come to some policies that need to be updated. If you have any questions, they're in your packet. Is there anything that y'all want to question? Do you want me to go over the policies, or?
I know we've had several meetings over the
Several,
past
yes.
few years, and a lot of this was brought up and discussed then to, and then you
Most
have
of
meetings
the,
with-
some of the policies too are already in place, it's just updated in the handbook, yes.
If I can add, the biggest change is adding the benefit of employees being able to either roll their sick hours into their RSA to be credited towards their retirement account, or they could sell their entire sick days and be paid at 50%. That's a new added benefit.
Does anyone have any questions for Aaron about this?
On this rollover, do they have to either do one or the other? Or can they?
Yes, sir, they do.
Okay.
That works.
Yes, I'm sorry, it works.
Glad you. Anyone else have any further discussion on this? If not, we'll move it to the night's agenda. Thank you, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Go to item number 2, discuss the resolution to award the bid for solid waste recycling facilities.
We posted one bid, mailed 6 bids, and received 3 bids for the recycle facility, Baylor Building Addition, and Equipment Shed Foundations. It's recommended that the bid be awarded to Jimmy Trailer Construction as the lowest responsible bidder at $58,650.
Thank you. Any questions on that?
Could I go over this,
Yes.
this colored sheet here, take this opportunity? As Whitney noted there, the contract amount being requested is $58,650. The sheet here, the last columns, E and F, are related to contingency. Every construction project needs to have some contingency, because there's going to be changes that come up that were unanticipated, either from the site, or maybe something was wrong with the drawing, or something was wrong with, or just a new condition. And so it's always prudent to have that, so that that can be managed ahead, because if the whole work is stopped and need to be brought before the council, that would severely impact the construction project. So what I'm proposing here is that for each of these projects, in this first one, line item 8, line item 9, that the project be approved for $64,515. That's with the 10% contingency. So we have a contract approval for Jimmy Trader Construction, but the project, at the project level, is approved at a higher level so that that contingency is in there. And how it will be managed is this, is I'll be managing this project under the direction of the mayor as extra work or items are found such as this, I'll get with the mayor, I will get his approval ahead of time, and then follow up immediately after that within the next day or two with notification to the council president or the council members. Or if the council chooses, one of the council members could be designated to give their approval beforehand. It could work either way. In either case, the council would be informed, I would make sure that they were informed via email of what has taken place. That would keep the project moving, that would keep the council informed, and then if each of these projects, and I'll go down here in just a minute, the first one being that line item 9, I'm requesting the projects, the different projects be approved, that you've previously approved the contracts. I'm requesting approval of a project budget for each of the projects. So for example, line item 15, in the recycle area, an additional funding of $10,000 for contingency for those 3 projects at the recycling area. So that's line item 16, line item 16. You previously approved the contracts, but what I'm doing is requesting a contingency allowance of $10,739 for the recycling area. At the landfill, line item 25. I think the line items are shown on your sheets, aren't they? Okay. Line item 25 is the maintenance building, and that's a contingency of $22,147. You can see the line items above that. I have different percentages of contingency on the different contracts. Some contracts are complete, so obviously there's no contingency. For example, take line item 19. There's a 15% contingency on that. That's the dirt work for the pad for the maintenance facility. We need a higher contingency on that because it was just kind of a guesstimate of how much more dirt it was going to take. But some have less, some have more, some have less. And then line item 29 is an additional contingency of 10% of $1,260 on the bathroom. But all of these would be managed with prior approval of the mayor and whoever else you designate ahead of time, but with a follow-up within 1 or 2 days of the council, of the decisions that are made.
On this, Jim, we can, for tonight's agenda, we can put it up for a vote on item number 9, or not item number 9.
Line item.
Yeah, and then the other ones we'll have to discuss in the work session.
That'd be fine. Yeah. Because work hadn't started on it yet.
So we can approve that one tonight and put it up for a vote.
Okay.
I should say.
And would you want to discuss the other ones at a later, like work
Yes,
session? Okay.
yeah, work session in January.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Anybody have any questions over for Jim?
Thank you.
Appreciate what you do, Jim. Thank you.
But we are asking for the contract to be approved.
Yes.
On June. Right, thank you.
That'll be put on tonight's agenda as well. Yeah, and we'll put that 10% contingency with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Go to item number 3, discuss a resolution to surplus street department property. Ms. Phillips.
The street department has some things that they would like to surplus. We've received the new knuckle booms, so they want to surplus 2 of the 2008 knuckle booms and a 2004 John Deere Gator. They would like to place these on gov deals with all money received, placed back in their street department capital outlay account.
Any discussion on that?
We have 3 knuckle booms that have come in and they are in services, while we're surplusing 2 old ones right now.
Any other discussion?
monthly loans, either one of those are ones we put a new transmission in.
One of them is.
That transmission, can it be used on another truck?
Only the other one that he's selling.
See where I'm going,
Yeah.
could, I'd like to move it to another truck, but
Right.
I can't, that's fine.
Yeah, these are sister trucks. that he's
Okay.
got. Yeah.
I got you.
Any other discussion? If not, we'll move that to the next agenda as well. Go to item number 4, discuss the resolution for the one-time holiday for employees. I know, Mike, you brought up about one-time holiday to be approved or given for the 23rd. And then what about the 30th of December as well? It'd be the next Monday, just following up for both of those, so they have one holiday as well, all weekend. Any discussion on that?
I think some of the other government entities are taking that as well. I know the county commission is in the chamber, and some of the other municipalities are taking that as well.
Any other discussion from any other councilmen? If not, we'll put that on tonight's agenda as well. Go to item number 5, discuss the budget amendment for the Historic Preservation Commission. They were looking at $2,000. Is that correct, Mayor?
I think that's what Mike had mentioned.
Yeah, I suggested 2,000 to cover some of the expenses that they'll start incurring. They're already working on a project now, and
And that would come out of the excess sales tax. So. Any questions or comments on that? Any discussion?
Along that line, I'd like to just, I guess, obviously no decision tonight, but go ahead and put it out there as thought. As Mike said, the Historic Commission is working on a project, and it does hopefully lead to a future home for Impact Learning Center and some other agencies. And there's a level, it's a pretty sizable project, and I'd like for the council to be considering setting aside, as we start talking about, or we've been talking about different projects, but there's a phase 2 project out there on Highway 72 that involves vacating the Impact Learning Center building that the city has in principle agreed on a contract to sell that. I'd like the council to be thinking about setting that money aside towards helping Impact establish a new home when the time comes. Just something to be thinking about and discussing.
Any other discussion on the $2,000 from the sales tax for the Historic Preservation Commission? If not, we'll move that to the next agenda as well. Go to item number 6, discuss the outbound invoices, Mayor.
Yes, a little while back, the city had received 2 invoices. One involves streetscape phase 1, and for $11,847. The second invoice actually goes back some 14 years, and it's for $52,542. Both of these are for audits for projects in the past, and Josh has been in communication with them and basically challenged where they're coming up with the numbers, and they're right now having a hard time validating those numbers. But, so I guess Rick and I discussed it, and Josh, and we need to reserve the money for the worst case scenario. And so he had tentatively put it to remove it from the surplus sales tax. And so we could either earmark it for those 2 invoices or move whatever the sum total of those 2 invoices is to this year's street paving account. And then if we do have to pay some or all of each invoice, it could just come out of that account. So, which would be the easiest for you.
Since we're already in this year, probably would be, it might be easier to move into this year's budget.
The street paving, and then if we still come before the council, and this is the amount that invoice is, but it will come out of street paving. So that's whatever your math is. 64,389. Is that right?
Are they gonna get back with us on this one, this 52,000?
Yeah, they're on both of them. And some of that, well, they said, well, it's equipment and this and that, and they've even charged us apparently for their labor for the audit. So it's really confusing right now.
Did they have any explanation as to why it took so long?
Well, one of them, like I said, 14 years old. And I think it just depends on who gets in there and decides they want to look at something. I don't know. It goes back 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe.
Any other discussion on that? No, we'll move that to tonight's agenda as
Just
well.
give a dollar amount,
Yep, $64,388.35.
35 cents.
To the penny.
All right.
Item number 7, discuss hard fees for demolition grant. Mayor?
Yes, as you know, we've been awarded that grant. We had met with them. There is an admin fee. I don't have the exact, it's $19,348, and I'm requesting that we go ahead and reserve that out of this year's sales tax. That will be due probably in March, but we will want to take it out of this year's sales tax.
Any?
It's $19,348.
Any other discussion on that? Not. We'll put it on tonight's agenda as well. Go to item number 8, discuss professional services for Goose Pond Colony. Mr. Kimmer?
As you are all aware, since we're talking about things that have been going on for years, or have happened over the years, the city has been working with the Goose Pond Board to try to develop a hotel on Goose Pond Island. There are some things that are being discussed. At the current time, Goose Pond is willing to put up $15,000 for professional services, and would like a commitment from the city for $15,000 to be committed to the same general fund for such things, with approval coming for any contract later on, which would have to come before the council and come before the Goose Pond Board. As you're aware, the Goose Pond property is impacted by TVA, owned by the city and leased to the Goose Pond Board. So it's a complicated scenario where you look at that. It's going to be a partnership if anything ever happens, and this is one way to start some movement.
Mayor, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, like you said, the person or company we work with is a retired developer, but we've had a lot of dialogue over the last 3 to 4 months, and I think he'll be back in January to spend some time here.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the people aware that we're currently under a tornado warning. Sirens are going off, we can't hear them here. Just let people know.
Thank you. Any other discussion about the professional services for Goose Pond Colony? 15,000. Now we'll move that to tonight's agenda as well. number 9, discuss budget amendment for planning department. Mayor?
There had been some discussion in the past about putting some additional funds with the 15,000 if you chose to do so on the money that had been reserved for Parks and Recreation. And so we had discussed that we would need to have additional money to go with that 15,000 if we pursued buying them one and moving the Tahoe that the building department has to Parks and Recreation.
So move the 15,000, from rec,
Well, there would be to add another 15 if,
You're moving 15 and asking for an addition.
yes, and then to transfer the vehicle when it comes in from vehicle maintenance to Parks and Rec after it's been cleaned up.
Any discussion on that?
I just want to say this, in respect to Lonnie, she's been very good about getting vehicles passed down to her. And next year, I'd like to see her get a new vehicle when we do the budget.
Thank you. Any other discussion? If not, we'll move that to the next agenda as well. Go to item number 10, discuss the budget amendment for vehicle maintenance department. Mayor?
They have 1,500 left in their capital outlay. First National Bank has a repossessed truck for $8,500, and they had asked for $7,000 to allow them to buy that repossessed truck.
That's gonna have excess sales tax too, right?
We got it, yes, sir. I'm not running a total, we are.
What are we gonna have? We need to run some numbers just before that.
I can't see good enough to add right now, I'm sorry. I'll depend on Mr. Stewart.
Depends on how he wants to pencil. Pencil pick in the number.
Who's got the total? Are you the mathematician, Pat?
My phone just keeps going off.
Y'all threw me when you added the two up here. What is, how much is this?
That's what it means.
Oh, that's down.
That's 64.
It's north.
Huh?
It's north.
It is.
Skyline across there.
What?
Skyline.
Yeah, we'll have about,
Gotcha.
27.
oh, no.
I got 500 on the hole.
Yeah, we're,
512.
On the hole. Unless I miss something, no.
It would have to come out of this year's sales tax, the additional $500. Unless Rick got something hid here that we don't know about.
If you can make a budget amendment out of this year's funds for $512, to go with the budget amendment out of last fiscal year's surplus funds.
okay, all right.
That means last year's surplus sales tax.
Yeah,
you
gone.
spent.
It'll be zero.
But you spent, it took you a year and 3 months to do it, so that's
Pretty good.
not bad.
Any other discussion on that? Not, we'll move it to the next agenda as well. All right, well, that concludes the work session. Give me just a minute to move things over to the council meeting.
They're gonna give a warning even if they start counting.
We'll dispense with the formalities. Ms. Phyllis, will you do the roll call, please?
Ms.
Mr. Richard Bailey.
Here.
Mr. Greg Ashburn.
Here.
Mr. Gary Stewart.
Here.
Mr. Mike Ashburn.
Here.
Mr. Patrick Stewart.
Here. Before we do the adoption of the agenda, basically it's the work session on 10 items. Streamline that for everybody. So with that being said, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. We'll go to approval of previous minutes. There are none, so strike that. There is no business, so we'll go to new business. The first item is discuss ordinance 610, amending ordinance 492 with respect to personnel rules and regulations. We had Aaron up here talking about the handbook and some of the items that were changed in it as well. So we've had several meetings over the past few years, and I appreciate everyone's input and department heads on that. So do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Thank you again, Aaron, for all your hard work.
Sure.
Thank you.
Go to item number 2, discuss a resolution to award bid for the solid waste recycling facility, and also I was going to throw in that contingency, the 10% that Jim talked about. It was recommended by the bid review committee that the bid be awarded to Jimmy Trailer Construction as the lowest responsible bidder that met specifications at $58,650, and then the contingency was $64,515. So that being said, do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Go to item number 3, discuss resolution to surplus street department property. Those were our 2 knuckle booms and the John Deere Gator. Is that correct? Do I have a motion to approve those to surplus street department property? And we go on street department capital items.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Go to item number 4, discuss the resolution for 1-time pay holidays for city employees. That was December 23rd and also December 30th. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Any discussion? Not vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Go to item number 5, discuss budget amendment for the Historic Preservation Commission for $2,000. I have a motion to approve budget amendment for $2,000 coming out of this year's sales tax,
Make that motion.
or last year's sales tax, sorry.
I'll make that motion.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Go to item number 6, discuss the outbound invoices for a budget amendment for $64,388.35 for the 2 invoices. I have a motion to approve those. No, go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna move that to this year?
This year's,
Yes.
yes. I was waiting to go.
Okay.
Since you brought it, that's fine. Do I have a motion to approve? Do I have a motion to approve the $64,308.35?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'm not real good about putting this in our street. I know we've got to pay it if we have to. I don't take any money out of our street payment.
Well, it would not exceed this amount, and so if it was less or none at all, then the extra will stay in the street paving account.
I don't lose any street.
No, I agree. But since it's surplus sales tax, we need to do something. I mean, unless we earmark it for those invoices.
Any other discussion?
Are they gonna come to us and explain to us
Yeah,
exactly what all
I
this
mean,
is?
we put it back to them and we're waiting on their reply on both.
So it could do a wall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion?
We got one alternate for
No other discussion, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 7, discuss the TARCOG fees for demolition grant. This would be coming out of sales tax for $19,348. Do I have a motion to approve that?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Go to item number 8, discuss professional services for Goose Pond Colony. That's coming out of sales tax from last year as well, for $15,000. Do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 9, discuss budget amendment for planning department for $15,000. Have a motion to approve that? Motion to approve $15,000 budget amendment. Okay, it dies. We'll go to item number 10, discuss the budget amendment for vehicle maintenance department. Sales tax is $7,000 from last year and $512 budget amendment, or coming out, well, I'll have to make a budget amendment for $512.
It'll just be the 7,000 out of last year's sales tax.
Okay.
You didn't approve the other.
No, okay,
We'll still have a surplus sales tax.
So do I have a motion to approve, I guess $7,512? 7,000, I'm sorry,
Yes.
7,000. I'll get it right here in a minute. Then somebody can make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to reports, Mayor.
Don't have anything. School shelters run off.
Mr. Bailey.
I don't have anything. Merry Christmas. I'll get something to you while y'all before then, and big weather work. Thank you.
Mr. Mashburn.
Yeah, just want to, I guess, recognize the Jim Bell Squire job that they did, really outstanding. The parade was really good, had a really good turnout, and I think they want to come out and be weather aware. Merry Christmas.
Mr. Ashburn.
I was going to say that the parade was probably the biggest ones I've seen, and it had a great turnout of people, and everybody seemed to have a great time. And we're taking everybody else to be weather aware. We've got the community storm shelter up by the Boys and Girls Club, and the one over here by Randall Chapel, and always the basement of the court. Be weather aware.
Mr. Stewart.
Well, thank you all for being here tonight, and I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I just have a couple of things. This is our last meeting for this year. Just want to thank everybody that has been coming out to them on a regular basis. And, again, just to reiterate, be weather aware. One other thing, when we were at the parade the other night, the animal control was there, and I was talking to Chief Dahl about some of the numbers, and this is kind of interesting. So last month, they took in 13 dogs, and out of that 13 dogs, 12 of them were adopted. So they do a fantastic job of getting the animals, and I think it's pretty much the same number.
Yes, sir.
Consistent, month after month. They really work hard, and a lot of times we don't give them recognition of what they deserve adopting these pets out. So I want to thank them for that. Just have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you on January the 6th. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make it.
Second.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no.